Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today is going to be part two on when is the next altcoin season. Um, Last time we used the Bitcoin dominance chart or BTC.D and measured the dates encompassing all all Bitcoin runs where dominance increased, and so that from there we determined that if Bitcoin dominance is going to go up, how long is that usually take? We got a number, and then we overlaid that to the current situation we're at right now, and that was the first video. The second video is not more or less talking about a certain time frame, but more of an area to look at. Now with this chart, I have total 2 divided by the BLX. Total 2 is the total cryptocurrency market cap excluding Bitcoin divided by the BLX, which is the Brave Liquid Index. So one of the longer charts we have of Bitcoin's price history. And so essentially what this does is how many Bitcoin, okay, so how many Bitcoin can the total altcoin market cap buy? And so right now the current price is about 23.48, 482 million uh, uh, Bitcoin. Now, obviously, there's not 23 million Bitcoin, but just bear with me. This just is another chart you can use, and it's one of my favorite charts. Another chart you can use to determine the strength of the altcoin market comparative to Bitcoin. Okay, so we could see that we had touched the prior all-time high. You can argue that we barely even touched it because you could say that 30 million was more or less the all-time high. So we peaked out at 28 and a half million Bitcoin price evaluation for the total altcoin market cap. We have thus since then trended down. We had a rally of 12% last week, but we are now down from this recent move. Bitcoin is down 7% against the US dollar. Altcoins are taking a bigger hit. Altcoins are down now 1.63% for the week. My guess is this trend is going to continue to go down. That is my guess. It doesn't have to play it like that, but for the purposes of this video, let's assume that this is going to continue down. Well, how long is it going to continue down? Where is the bottom? First indication would be here. This area here would be encompassing resistance levels that this chart has had, support levels where this chart has had, and also against resistance levels here. Another thing to keep in mind is the 20-week moving average. Now, we talk about the 20-week moving average a lot for many different assets. This is no different. We could see from the last cycle that the 20-week moving average has held as support, and even when we were below it, like here, it doesn't take very long for it to rally back up. That is another example as well. And these are all during the last bull run cycle. But we also have clear support bounces here and here. Um, and yeah, so take that as you will. Uh, with that said, the 20-week moving average is actually entering in this band, this region here, which makes it very interesting. Depending on how quickly we move down, we might be hitting two birds with one stone. We might be entering the region A, we might be entering the region, and B, we might be also bouncing off the 20-week moving average. Uh, we'll see how long this takes, but this is something to keep in mind. It doesn't necessarily give us a time frame, but it does give us an area to look at in regards to the entire altcoin market. Um, Obviously, you can flip this chart back to Bitcoin dominance and use them interchangeably or in conjunction with one another. I'll be curious to see that if we do enter actually this band, if that would resemble Bitcoin dominance coming back up to 50%. Because I also kind of think that this is around the area where Bitcoin will bounce back and or altcoins will bounce back and it'll start trending downwards again. But we'll see. Again, to get this chart, just type in total 2 divided by BLX, and you get this chart here. Again, this is one of my favorite charts to use. It really shows the strength of altcoins. You can really see that the rally from the 2021, the beginning of the year, to as recent as the beginning of May was an insane move. The altcoin market outpaced Bitcoin to 321% against Bitcoin. It's pretty impressive for the altcoin market to do. Um, Obviously, we hope that this is not the last time this happens. I mean, when we look at the previous run of Total 2 against the BLX, if we measure it from, say, the beginning of January 2016 when it broke to the end of the cycle, the altcoin market rallied 17,000% against the BLX. So that's something, in comparison to 300% is peanuts. But here's hoping that this is not the end of it, and we get some better, we get more price valuation increase for the altcoin market. But that's pretty much it for today, you guys. I just wanted to share this and talk about it because um, I mean, the chances of altcoins starting to outpace Bitcoin while Bitcoin's below the 20-week moving average is slim. Not saying it's impossible, but it's slim, and that's what I've been preaching for the past few weeks now. And today is a good example of that. There are altcoins that will fare better than others. When we look at Cardano, it's doing very well still. Other examples are like Celsius is another. Uniswap, I would say, is another. It's back in the range that it was, weeks ago while Bitcoin was at $64,000. Um, these altcoins are still holding fairly well, but we'll see over time. My guess is that people still think that this is a V-shaped recovery. So the longer time we spend below the 20-week moving average, the quicker people start to realize that it's not going to be a quick recovery, and this is going to be a slow grind. This is going to be a marathon back to the 20-week moving average, despite it only really being, 30-ish% away. It's not terribly far, but it's not close either. And with that said, I think at some point there's going to be some kind of realization with altcoins, and they're gonna drop. But with certain plays that I have, Chainlink as an example, as long as Chainlink is above the 20-week moving average, I think it's going to do just fine against Bitcoin, even considering the circumstances. But I'll leave it off with Total 2. Looks like the trend is down. We'll see for the rest of the week. There's 2 days left in this week, so we'll see where we close. But if we close red, it really does seem like the trend is down. We're unable to break the higher. We're unable to make higher highs, and we're kind of either moving sideways from here, or the trend is dropping, and we're going to be entering in this band and potentially even the 20-week moving average. The 20-week moving average for Total 2 BLX is at 15.75 million Bitcoin. So pretty far away from 23.336. And we're at an angle that's pretty hard to keep up with, right? Um, it's going to only take, if this trend continues for the moving average, we'd be at today's prices by August. So it's moving up fairly quickly. It should, roll over a little bit because, Bitcoin's coming down, but we'll see. I mean, the fear is that the angle is too sharp that we're able to hold. But, we'll tackle that for another time. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.